Hello from Varma. I thought I'd share a small story from one of our Hindu Puranas, which many of you would know. But there are so many stories we can learn from. Sometimes what to do, sometimes what not to do. So this I find it's directly applicable to at least my relationship with music. Ganesha, the elephant god, because I'm saying the elephant god and not presuming that everyone who watches this video knows who is Ganesha, because I have some people from other cultures also who follow my videos. So Ganesha is the Hindu god with the elephant head and very big belly, but his belly is full of vidya or knowledge. That is why Ganesha is Vidya Devata also, not just Saraswati. Saraswati is Vidya Devata, but the goddess of expression also. So if you have a lot of knowledge, but you don't have the blessings of Saraswati, then we won't succeed in expressing ourselves nicely. While if we do have the blessings of Saraswati, even if we don't know much, we can, whatever we say creates an impact. So that's one theory. Anyway, so Ganesha's story is very famous Vinayaka Chaturthi story only, for those who are familiar with that. For the others, I am saying this mainly. He was very famous for having a very big appetite. And his father was Shiva, was one of the big gods of Hinduism. So there was this gentleman, multi-millionaire called Vaisravana or Kubera. He once wanted to show off his wealth. So he invited Ganesha home for dinner, and he put out this spread which is, you can't even imagine. Anything you can imagine, you can't imagine also, he laid it out. Because he wanted Ganesha to see, I can feed one entire country. So Ganesha started eating and, it's very nice. He started finishing the first course, then second course, then third course. Nobody could eat that much food, but he just went on and on eating, and finally the host started getting a little scared. Oh my God, I mean, I have enough food to feed one entire country and this gentleman is going on eating. Finally, he just wiped out everything and he said, that's all you got? So I'm still hungry. Then he started eating the plates and the table and the furniture. So then he started getting really scared. So finally he started eating members of his staff, and he ate his whole palace, and he said, I'm hungry, I'm still hungry, feed me. I'm going to eat you, he said. So this guy started running. He ran and ran to Shiva, who is Ganesha's father. And he said, please protect me, please save me, your son is coming to eat me. So then Shiva just asked him to hide behind him, and Ganesha said, I'm hungry. And the story goes that Shiva took one grain of rice and just fed it to him with love. And then Ganesha says, now I'm satisfied. I'm no longer hungry. So we used to hear this. I was blessed by certain relatives who were very, very good in telling stories. One of my relatives told me the story. I've heard this from the time I was a kid. But it's much later that I understood the principle, the whole message behind the story is that even if you give a lot, but the purpose of giving is just to show off, it has zero value. While even if you give something very small, very simple, like even a grain of rice, but you give that with love, then it has great value. So the sentiment behind, there are so many people who cook so amazingly, and we can't define what makes it different from the same dish made by somebody else. It will be the salt level or the spice level, or everything will be same, but it will be really tasty. Then they say, that's because I make it with love and I serve it with love. When I give you this food, I want you to enjoy that, and that feeling of doing it with my heart, with all my heart, that is what changes and makes it so special. So the same thing I find in our music. See, there are so many kinds of music. We can't call it superior or inferior, but different. There's folk music, there is Janapada, just normal songs or film songs or devotional songs. Then we have classical. In classical music, What makes it different? Because we have the scope for improvisation and creativity. We can sing alapana, tanam, naraval, swaram, pallavi. We can improvise and bring our own individuality, for which we have to work that much harder, delve that much deeper, explore that much wider. So because of that, naturally, because of so much effort that we have put in, they feel tempted to show, see, I can do this, whether it's voice range or speed or mathematical complexity or anything. But the moment we become blinded by ego and the sense, the rightly or wrongly, the sense of our own merit and accomplishment and whatever we present, it comes, the origin of that, what comes out, the base is this, that, oh, I feel I'm great. Then that pollutes the music, the output. Even if the output is very superior, it pollutes it a great deal. While if we sing something from the heart, sincerely, I love this song and I'm so sweet, oh my God, how can I enjoy it? Why? See, I'm sharing it with you. You also enjoy that. That feeling, apart from the technical prowess and superiority or whatever, that makes a big difference. So in our music, because of the profusion of technical complexity and prowess, most of us get afflicted by this kind of ego. Of course, we need a certain level. See, if I didn't have some faith or belief in myself and that there is some value in what I am sharing, I wouldn't be sitting alone in my room looking at my phone and talking to you and sending this video to Music Box and getting it uploaded, right? So some self-esteem, faith in oneself, one needs. Otherwise, then we can't even cross the road. But I am not meaning that, but ego, that feeling. Because recently I found during the lockdown, there was a challenge issued by a Hindustani musician to make paltas. So paltas are basic exercises we do. In South India, we call it varise. Rather than sing sari, sari, sarigama, make your own palta. It came in Facebook, I think. So though I don't have Facebook, sometimes some links don't open, some links do open. So my friends were sending me stuff. It was unbelievable how amazing, how accomplished, how extraordinary many of the paltas were. So it did not just drop from the air. You can see how much time and effort people have invested in coming up with this really brilliant palta, which is superior intellectually, which is superior even physically. To execute that, it needs something. Soon after the palta challenge came in Hindustani music, in South India, Carnatic musicians, somebody issued a varise challenge, exactly the same. And another set of extraordinary things came. Whatever I could watch, I followed. But then, when I think of Ganesha's story and the feast versus one grain of rice, which Shiva had given with love, then I understand why certain things, while we can't say it is bad and we have to say it is good because it obviously is, still we can't enjoy. That I feel one reason is this not only profusion of arrogance, but the lack of love. Let there be some arrogance. Okay, we are all human beings. But that love, oh my God, no? That feeling from here, from the heart rather than only from the brain. I remember one, who was it? Yeah, one preaching gentleman. When I was young, I attended one of his talks and he was talking about developing only the intellect without developing the spirit. So developing the intellect, he called it being sakshara. Sakshara, I'm from Kerala, we call it Sakshara Kerala, where everybody is literate, 100% literacy. So sakshara is brain developing. But if you only become more and more Sakshara without developing the spirit, then Sakshara becomes Rakshasa, also he said. So just a play of words. And many times I sing one Atatala Varnam Tisram or something like that. But at the end of the concert, I just sing one Bala Tripura Sundari or some bhajan or whatever. That is what people take home with. So what is wrong in singing something which I enjoy, which my listeners also enjoy? I don't feel that just because something is simple, it is inferior, and just because something is complex, it is superior. Something can be very, very complex and absolutely distasteful or yucky, and something can be really simple and be very, very precious and aesthetic and valuable. So, yeah, so basically that's all, because people seem to have this insecurity or compulsion, or I don't know what, that for something to be taken seriously or perceived as superior, one has to just pile on extra complex thing. Even in speech, if you use big words or big gestures, then it has more impact. But if you just speak in a way that a 5-year-old or 6-year-old can understand, using normal words in English, then it's like not good. So yeah, in of course in Kerala with our Malayalam accent, where we make ka, cha, ta, ta, pa soft, instead of doing something, keeping it simple, we just do simply. So simply in Karnataka, I'm not saying we should water it down or dumb it down or tone it down, but just singing something simple is not bad. Just something complex by itself need not be all that good either. Hope you got the point.